Hello. Just doing a live stream today. Nothing special, just testing it out. And hello, Grinning Spoon. So right here, I have my build of Mirage. Nothing special yet, just a frame sort of and some colors. How's all your guys' day been so far? I mean, for me, it's just afternoon so far. Nothing special happened. I'll transform this guy so you guys can see what I have so far. Oops. Having some issues doing this. There we go. Got the legs all set up and flip around his arms. Well, his singular arm. And that's what we got. Here's Mirage. Oh wait, my bad. It's supposed to shift up. This is Mirage so far. You know, regular carbot size. Hello, JDM. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Making a Mirage fan design. That's exciting. And here he is scaled with Jazz. So, according to my not very accurate scale charts, this is relatively nice. And then, let's see, some other comparisons. Guess we'll get Soundwave in here. Oh. Currently waiting for a few parts to change some colors. So I'm going for a bright light orange around here and there instead of the yellow. And I redesigned his head a little. Nothing too special, nothing enough to warrant a version 2, but there's that comparison. Sorry for all the dust. Just doing a little bit of cleaning earlier today. There's a lot of dust everywhere. So that's what we got today. I got some other stuff behind the scenes, but nothing exciting other than this. Oh, thank you. Let me see. Thank you, Urban. I don't know how to pronounce the rest of your name, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble the 2007 Optimus Prime, mostly at the chest. Alright, I'd like to help you with that. I don't know how much of a help I can be, but it'd be nice if I could help. And this other build I was talking about is a Optimus Prime. It's really not close to the accuracy I was trying to get with my other Optimus. The one that I posted like 11 months ago or so. This is supposed to go for the toy version look, but I'm missing a few of the red pieces like on the elbow. But this is the look. Very toy accurate, or as close to toy accurate as I could get. Nothing that I think is better than the other Prime though. I won't transform him because that's for another video, but you can understand what it'll look like. And the tires do roll, which is something I'm excited about. But I don't have the correct axle pieces for the tires, but I think it's fine. It still looks alright, and got a little matrix of leadership. It's see-through, but it gets the idea across. So I got that, and I've also been building Reflector. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of building, just not a lot of filming. Am I doing any combiners? Let's see. Yes, I am doing Devastator. I would like to show him, but I'm scared it's a little bit too much. But what the heck. There's some Devastator legs and a torso. So there's Long Haul and all of his friends. I haven't done Hook at all or anyone like that, but that's what it's looking like right now. By the way, do you have any Discord servers? Yes. I don't, well, let's say it this way. I don't have a Discord server. I did join the Builders Block one that IX set up though, so if you guys want to join that one, you can DM me, show me the pictures of all the stuff you got. I'd be happy to look at any of that. Hello LTR Studios and Nautilama. Are you gonna do more remote control builds? I'm not sure. Most likely, because I still have the circuit cube things, but right now I don't have any plans for them. Are you going to update Skyfire? Yes, I will. I actually have an updated Skyfire right now. He's waiting on some parts, and hopefully I can make that video soon. He's also in scale with all of these guys, so yeah, that should be exciting. This guy's a little bit unbalanced, as you can see. His head is way forward. It looks off. It looks really weird, but from the front it's all right. From the back and from the side it's a little funny looking. Maybe I can work on that. What's the name of the Discord server here? It's, I believe, the Builders Block Discord server. If you check out IX, which I hope you know of him. If you know of me, you should know of him. But in every one of his Builders Block episodes, in the description of his videos, he has a link to those Discord servers. I'm one of the people in that server, and it's just too many productions, but you can find me there. Let's see. I'm gonna put Jazz back on the shelf. And so today I had a couple plans to maybe finish this Mirage, but it's hard to do the card bots like Mirage and Sideswipe with how their chests have to be formed. I also have trouble with that. Yeah, that was a big thing I had issues with. I also made a Sideswipe. This guy, they're actually the same platform. I just changed a couple of the things in the waist. That's why from the side, Sideswipe looks way better than Mirage, right? But Mirage is supposed to be an F1 car, so he's a bit lower to the ground. And I did use those hinge plates. The head can't turn because of it, but it's still a good method. I'm also waiting on a few parts for this guy, so I won't show him off too extensively. He's behind the scenes classified. Are you going to do the Dinobots? So my plan actually is to create the full G1 cast. Right now it's just season 1 and a few of the movie bots, but I would like to expand that even to season 2 and potentially season 3. But again, I don't have any of those things built yet. I've just been trying to make the best versions of each character, you know, smaller scaled, and so I can make more of them, obviously, but also so some of you guys can build them too, because I know a lot of larger Transformers, I don't have the parts for that, and I would assume that a lot of you guys don't either, so I would hope that just making smaller versions makes it better for you guys too. Do I have a hot rod? I wish. Not yet though. JDM, do you have those hinge pieces on a Travis brick like you showed on the side swipe? On this piece, I just, right now, I'll take it apart. I have it, so I have it connected to a bottom, just this brick with the studs on 2 sides, and then the same on this smaller piece, but just red to get that coloring. Because you gotta make it pop, right? Mirage has that little red area on the top of his chest. And I really wanted to get that. It makes Mirage look better though too. And actually Mirage is one of my favorite car bots, just in terms of design. I don't know about character development. He's not exactly my favorite character in that department, but just based on design and the toys that have been made for him, I don't have any. I wish I did. They're really cool, but some of them are extremely detailed, and well, detailed in the sense that they're too inaccurate. I gotta use that technique in the future. Yeah, dude. It's I don't remember where I got it from. I saw a build on Pinterest. I don't have a picture of it right now, but it was something that I saw that looked really cool. Not a Transformer. It was like a little mech mock that I saw, and I was like, oh, that might work. Who's your favorite Transformers builder? Jeez. Feel like it'd be based to say Student Scissors, but that would be my pick, honestly. But I do like a lot of other creators, like IX. I just like his simplicity of his builds. Starscreamer, he's pretty good. He doesn't upload very much, like myself, which I can't say much about, but hey, if only we uploaded more videos. The limitations on pieces is the biggest obstacle that bothers me with my build. I'm going for accuracy and a clean transformation. Are you talking about your 07 Prime? Because that would make sense. Yeah, I mean, pieces, especially for the movie builds, the designs are wacky. I mean, not saying that they're not good designs, I'm just saying that the complexity of each robot is beyond me. You don't know where some of the pieces go. They just hide somewhere in the robot. But yeah, if you're able to create a good Prime that looks good in both modes, I mean, respect. I would have to agree STSC's builds are more stable than IX's. Yeah, I mean, I built a couple of Student Scissors movie builds. I don't have them right now because I parted them out and I use them on some other things, but they're pretty good. I'd say a couple of them are a little, they're a little complicated for my taste in terms of the fact that they're just not super stable, but you can say the same about pretty much every Transformer build, considering the majority of their joints and shoulders and hips, knees, ankles are basically one stud connections, nothing super strong. So I was also starting this stream just to, well, not exactly to build, but to ask for some suggestions for you guys, because, oh, I have to go by LTR Studios. See ya, dude. Thanks for stopping by. Anyways, I was saying I wanted to take some suggestions from you guys, and I also did a couple polls on our community tab where I was just wondering if you guys wanted to see the behind the scenes of the building of some of my stuff. Albeit I only have 9 of them up right now, but I have plenty of backlog. And from the looks of it so far, it is in favor of those videos. But I also wanted to potentially have some of you guys, if you have Discord, send me some pictures of the stuff you're working on. I would love to help you. I also think that some of you guys are also very talented builders. I don't know if you guys have certain things that you're working on, but you know, having extra minds on a project always helps. So right now, my issue with Mirage was having the arms fold up onto the top for the cockpit, because I have a few of these blue pieces coming later. I think on Monday. I have a couple of them coming, and that'll help the colors a lot. But just shift this piece down. And that will be the top of the car. Well, I'm planning on it being the top of the car, but I'm not exactly sure how to fit the wheels onto the front part of the car. So the back wheels end up around here where this thigh anti-stud is, but I'm not sure how to fit one right here and it still be sleek looking. Albeit some of my other builds like Sideswipe and a couple other ones, their wheels are in not very good positions right now, but just wondering based on what you guys know. I was also thinking about maybe using a smaller piece, but Megatron Prime and Soundwave are your favorite builds of mine. Thank you, dude. That's fun to hear. Oh, I I just dropped a bunch of stuff on my shelf. So, I have a new version of Prime, the G1 Prime coming out. I don't know when I'm gonna film it because I have a couple of other videos planned, but just for a peek, here's what he looks like. He's a lot more sleek, a lot more G1 accurate, albeit his shoulders are lower than his chest, but according to some G1 art, that's accurate. There's the full picture. I loosely based this off of Magic Square's take, you know, the little legend scale, upscaled masterpiece build, and I think it looks alright. On the back, there it is. I did quite a bit of brainstorming with some other creators on this build, but this will definitely be a hands down upgrade. I swear G1 versions are easier to build. I agree. I mean, they're 100% way more blocky. To me, this may not be everyone, but in my opinion, they are much more visually appealing because there's like, their silhouettes aren't stupidly pokey, but that's just my opinion. I mean, I do like a lot of the Bayverse designs, not as the characters. I don't love their characters, but I do like the way they took the designs. Some of them aren't super faithful, but who cares? Agreed, they look cleaner to me. Yeah, definitely. And another thing I was working on, oh my bad. Do you plan on doing other continuities in the future, like animated or Prime? On my to-do list, I have Prime. I don't have any built, but that would be the plan, to do some Prime builds as well. I don't know when that'll happen or if it'll happen, but I hope it does. You know, my build list is massive and currently I've barely chipped into it. I don't have any animated yet because I haven't finished watching the show. I'm watching like 4 different Transformers TV shows right now. Some of them over a couple times again, but just watching lots of television. In a healthy way, don't worry. So, the other thing I was building was I was changing some of the Seeker's legs and the colors for Thundercracker mainly because the original Seekers I had, Thundercracker had black highlights instead of dark gray, and I looked at some of the G1 art and I noticed, I was like, hey, that's dark gray, not black. So I changed it. I changed the leg design. It's much more simple. It's less bulky. It looks cleaner. And on the back, he has heels. They're not great looking, but they keep him stable. So that's how he's looking. And I probably will do a version 2 update video on that, but I'm not sure whether or not it's big enough of a change to show. So I'm gonna see if I can get this to work out. This is very different building in front of an audience. Never done it before. That's why this is a test stream, if that makes sense. But, you know, just having fun. It's nice to have some people stopping by. Some actual viewers, not just bots. And also, on YouTube, you stream. It's a lot easier than streaming on, say, Twitch or any other streaming platform, because you don't have to compete against other streams particularly. You have to compete against all other forms of video, but you're still able to, watch someone do stupid things and talk. I found these pieces, which fit really well for those side bits on Mirage's side pods, whatever they're called. And I thought it looked really good on this piece, and it does. I think it looks really good, but it doesn't work out with the arm working this way. So I was thinking maybe right now I just have it inset a lot. But why do I think that Rise of the Beast was kind of weird? I'm so used to watching the old Beavers farmers. Yeah, totally. I felt like a very similar way about Rise of the Beast. I don't know, something was off about the movie. Not in the sense that it wasn't a good movie. It just didn't have a sense of charm, I guess. The Bayverse movies, albeit as Transformers fans, a lot of us don't enjoy the movies. Some of us do. I don't care what demographic you are, whether you like it or not. That's on you. But yeah, I thought the Rise of the Beast, it didn't have way too much stuff was crammed into the movie, in my opinion. Yeah, I only watched the movie once. I would watch it again and analyze it a little bit just to see what was off about it, because I do agree with you, something was off. It's probably the personalities being different and the alien noises. I thought the sound design was pretty good. I did think it was odd that Optimus Prime wasn't, the wise one that we all know him as. Say like even Transformers War for Cybertron, the trilogy, that one, Optimus wasn't exactly the seasoned leader that he is in most media, but he was still someone that you could, he was someone based on regret, whereas Rise of the Beast was a Prime based on anger. And I just remember one specific scene where Optimus Primal was talking about how Optimus wasn't the leader he quite imagined. And I don't know, I just felt like it was off, it was off. Bruh, I can't type. They just disappeared. You're good. Spell check is annoying. Mando, hello. How's it going? Another viewer. What's your favorite Transformers continuity? If it wasn't apparent from the recent builds I've been creating, definitely G1. I've been binge watching season 1. I think season 1 is still my favorite, but season 2 goes into a much deeper character development for every character, not just like Autobots come in and beat the Decepticons and the Decepticons die and then come back and then die and then come back. Albeit the plot of G1 is a bit childish. I mean, it is a toy advertisement, but in terms of what I enjoy watching the most, probably G1. But I have been uh, having a really fun time watching Beast Wars for the first time. I haven't seen it at all, and I just finished season 1 the other day, and I was like, wow, I missed out on this. And what's really cool is the Hasbro Pulse YouTube channel is like posting all of this stuff for people to see just for free, which is awesome. That's a little wide, don't you think? Who's your favorite character? I mean, I have favorite characters in every TV show. In G1, probably Skyfire. Skyfire and Optimus. Those are my two favorite characters. And then in terms of, I mean, you could say Beast Wars. I'm a fan of Rhinox. I think it's really interesting to have the strongest character also be the smartest character. I thought that was a very interesting take on what they did with Beast Wars. I'm gonna put some of these colors back. Do you have a favorite character, Stutopian? Just wondering. What are your thoughts about the new LEGO Technic McLaren P1? So, if I'm completely honest, I have not been following LEGO set releases like for a while. I just don't pay attention. I didn't even know about the Bumblebee Transformer they made until like a couple weeks ago. Probably even less than that. A couple days ago. But I mean, I like McLaren. I don't think they're anything much of my interest, but they're cool. They can do that, but do you have any thoughts about that set? I haven't seen it. I don't know what it looks like, but if you have opinions, I'd like to hear it. My favorite characters is between Starscream, Lugnut, Lockdown, and basically any mainstream Decepticon. You're a Decepticon? Jeez. You picked Starscream? Yeah, I like Starscream. In terms of a Decepticon, Starscream is, I mean, he's more of a Decepticon than Megatron. I think the difference in that the only exception for that would probably be the aligned continuity, where Megatron is much more cruel. But in terms of an evil character who wishes harm upon others and deceives many ideals and just stuff like that, I think Starscream is by far the best Decepticon. I also have him. I changed the legs on him as well. I'm waiting on a few pieces for the shoulder mounted bits. I did notice that the last version of my Seekers had these pieces rotated, so it had the anti-studs on the front, and I had the slope on the back. And I didn't have anything better, but I noticed, there's the inverted slopes, and I just used that, so those pieces are coming, but that's what that looks like. Mine is, of course, Optimus Prime from 2007, Beavers being an absolute cold-killing wise ball. I mean, Optimus is, I mean, I don't know if I can like quite comprehend how much Michael Bay made Optimus an absolute robot destroyer. I don't know. It's pretty wild. It turned from a character that kids loved based on honor and integrity to a character that kids loved based on brutality and things that weren't looked up upon in the 80s. Bay wanted the big bucks, for sure. I mean, what else can you say when you're making blockbusters? That's kind of what you're going for. That Starscream. Thank you, dude. I've been working on it for a little while. I just thought the build of Starscream didn't look quite right, you know. The legs were a little thin, at least at the top of the shins, but I based it roughly off of MP52. I mean, obviously the transformation is much simpler, but that was kind of what I based it off of. Who do you think is the least annoying human in the Bayverse movies? Oh my goodness. That is a rough question. I guess. Jeez, actually. I mean, Sam or Shia is. He's annoying, frankly. And so is Mark Wahlberg. I mean, Transformers 4 and 5 are basically disregarded at this point, but maybe what's his name, Captain Lennox, or whoever the guy who is placed underneath Devastator. I forget his name. I haven't seen that movie in years, but whoever that guy is. Not alone, probably the guy Sim. Oh boy. I mean, definitely many Ayo moments in the Bayverse films. Definitely many. I haven't rewatched them, but I would assume if you did, you'd be pretty surprised at what he pulled off. Like some of that stuff is a little messed up, but such as Michael Bay's films. Not much you can say about them. They're pretty shallow. I mean, there's a borderline no storyline. Squeaks. I mean, we're talking about human characters. In terms of human characters, Squeaks is not a part of that conversation. But who would you want to see done in Legacy? That is a tough question. I mean, I really like what they're doing with the Legacy line. They're just like bringing back toys to wonderful characters that frankly got disrespected in the toy department. And in that case, I would say they should make a tune accurate Skyfire. Because he's not going to come up in the Studio Series 86 movie, Studio Series line, because he wasn't in the movie. So I think definitely bring Skyfire back. I am biased because he's my favorite G1 character, but bring him back. Do any of you guys have characters in Legacy? I mean, there's a lot of Transformers that could be brought back, but I think just based on that question alone, there's too many to pick from. Begging them to make any lug nut. Honestly, I don't know much about lug nut. Like, I did play the I forget what game it was called. It was a mobile, like, base builder transformer game. I remember lug nut in that game. He didn't do much. I don't know much about the character. If you could fill me in on that, that'd be awesome. 2 lug nut figures. Only 2? Ouch. Poor lug nut, man. Cade Yeager was probably the most normal person. I mean, I feel like Baver's characters, they're just not good people. Like, Sam was a loser. Like, being honest. Like, Saban in the 3rd movie, his only shtick for wanting a job is, I mean, it's frankly embarrassing. He says, like, oh, I got a medal from Obama. And it's like, hey, man, that won't get you a job. And Cade Yeager's just, I mean, he's one of those guys who his peak was in high school. Let's see. Have you made any versions of Unicron? Not to scale, of course. I don't think I have. No, I don't think I have. I mean, I'd be open to. I really would like to make a scale Unicron though, but that'd probably just be like a head or something. I mean, still that'd be massive, but that'd be fun. That'd be a big head. That'd be bigger than my head. Lugnut is basically a brute that can fly, and he's loyal to Megatron, though to the end he's kind of Shockwave, but dumb. I mean, if you're a dumb Shockwave, that's still pretty smart for the Decepticons. And if you're a brute, then you can handle Starscream. And if you can fly, you can go anywhere. Which sounds like a good set of traits to have for a Decepticon. I also had, I say that because Lugnut is purple and has one main eye and he is loyal. Fair enough. That's a close enough Shockwave description for anyone. So I'm gonna move this back. I might build Mirage later. I'm not exactly sure. I'm kind of stumped on where that wheel goes, but I did want to show you guys a toy accurate Valkyrie, or in this sense, Jetfire, and not Skyfire, which makes it even more confusing, but this is perhaps one of my favorite Transformers that I've made, which, I mean, for a sense of what it looks like, I mean, in robot mode, I did make a Valkyrie, which is the yellow and black one. That's kind of what it looks like in robot mode, except, you know, it has all the red armor. Star Wars X-Wing vibes. Yeah, I know, the colors look like an X-Wing. And I did try to, you know, get the red visor. And I do have these as translucent red. I need them in opaque red, but those are just placeholders right now. And then, I mean, in terms of how jank the jet mode looks, like there's so many gaps. There's these clips are barely hanging on. It tabs in relatively easily, just right there and right there. I mean, that gives it the ability to be quite swooshable, and it's a fun thing. I'm excited for this video. This guy's gonna be fun. And I do have Gerwalk mode, so you can look forward to that. This is less like a build stream and more like a let's show off all the things we built in the last couple months. So, oh, I also rebuilt old Skyfire. He's very tiny. I replaced some colors. I parted out a couple because I needed some. But this isn't exactly accurate to what it looked like when I made the video. I mean, these were flat plates, not hinges. But if you guys really want to see the new Skyfire, there's a foot and an arm. That's all you're getting. The way I try to keep vehicle modes that have the least amount of holes is to keep everything very blocky and compact. I mean, that's as simple as it sounds. That's what I tried to do for Reflector. Very chunky, you know. I just made the joints a lot closer to the body. I did have it on a platform. This is my old Reflector. I never made a video on it because I didn't think it was very good. But this is the platform I had it on. You know, all these hinges, all these clips, all these small little... And this is based on articulation alone. That was purely why I built it off of that. But even with these small little... I'll take the side one off. Even with some of these clips gone, you still get a posable figure, you know. Flipping out the hand, you still get something that's able to be posed, and it looks, frankly, a lot cleaner and scales a lot better. So that's what that is going to go back up on my shelves. And shaky Skyfire's going back up on the shelf. So let's see. Is Reflector meant to be a Bumblebee size? Or does he just look kind of small? I mean, in the cartoon, he's just an army builder, right? He's the guy in the background that they just fill in because he happens to be generic looking. I'm pretty positive that he's slightly taller than Bumblebee. Well, no, quite a bit taller than Bumblebee. Bumblebee's just short, but I think he's about to the chest height of Starscream, which the previous version I had him way too tall, and this smaller version should make that scale a little better. And if you weren't able to notice yet, I am very scale oriented. I do like my Transformers scaling well. The Among Us joints, as I call them, they're a game changer when it comes comes to building a transformer. I only have 5. Oh. Okay. I wasn't sure what you're talking about. It's like, Among Us, what the heck? Yeah, I mean, I don't have very many either. I have a bunch of orders coming through, but this is what I have right now. I'm getting low. I'll say that. I do have a bunch of them in my builds, but, you know, I don't want to part things out just because I need a piece when I could just order them. But to be fair, 5 is very low. I feel bad for you. I would give you some. At least make it 10, you know. Make it something a little more manageable and accessible. I just have hundreds of those pieces in gold and I forgot where I even got them from. Oh boy. I mean, gold, the pearl gold, it's, I'd say, one of the hardest colors to build in because they're very obscure pieces that they come colored with. I think they should definitely make more pieces in gold. It's a very cool color, but I also do wish they made the older gold. You know, I have a brick of it, but it's like really shiny, and it's actually gold looking. You know, not just this sort of off yellow look, but I think I just grabbed a pile from a Lego store bin. I mean, if you can get them. I think when I did start out, I was very short on supply. I went to I think it was a Bricks and Minifigs, and I found 2 of them, and they're 2 black ones. I don't know where they are now because they're probably somewhere in a big bin, but those were my prized possessions. And then I lost them, so that's how that goes. 4 black ones and 1 gold one. That's rough. I mean, you should definitely get more. They help a lot. And, I mean, frankly, even these new pieces, I'll show you this one. I have a couple orders for these guys coming in. These pieces are very helpful in discussing with other Transformer creators. Like, man, this is the most useful piece for making Transformers ever. This piece and this one make like the perfect shoulder joints. Those ones are wonderful. When I have a small amount of pieces, I just try to vary them when they're necessary. I mean, good on you, dude. I wish I had that type of versatility, but I mean, if you vary them, I guess you're just making the best of what you got. You could define other ways to tackle transformation technique. 100%, dude. That's like, in my opinion, one of the best things you can do. I mean, you get a way better sense of how a piece can be used and to the extent that you do use it. I mean, it's a very valuable skill. I think that was also like a thing that, like, say even the chest system of Mirage, like having or being able to use this hinge joint, like almost, well, very few people that I even see nowadays, say like Student Scissors or some other Transformers, even Mando or Stutopian, you often don't use these hinge pieces, and I never use them, like, at all, until this one use. And, you know, it's fun. It's fun. You know, just hide in your room and build for hours. And to the point of, I forget who asked if I was gonna do the Dinobots. I don't know if it was one of you guys who's still here, but I do have a swoop. It's not very, it's struggling right now, but this is my swoop so far. So the Dinobots are going to be massive. I mean, I have Devastator, and so far he fills up the entire space of my shelf, and he's massive. And hopefully these guys fill the Autobot presence. But I do dislike the fact that a lot of these hinge plates are loose. I mean, that's probably why I don't use them, but that's the main reason. I used to use those pieces for knees, but I found ways to get knees with a swivel, so I never use unless it's something else. I mean, they're good-ish knee pieces. They're not the best, you could definitely say. Even these ones, they're stronger, they're stiffer, they're a little more versatile because they take up a lot less room, but it's just, I guess, an acquired taste for those pieces. I mean, say IX, he uses those pieces, or used to use those pieces extensively. I don't know if he's still building a lot. I would assume he is, just not making videos. But, you know, different knees. I think knees are by far, that's unfortunate. Knees are by far one of the most important parts of articulation on a transformer, because I guess shoulders too, but you know, special joints. I wish I built a good swoop. Looks better than mine already. Oh, thanks, dude. Working on it. And also, I mean, no shame in making a version 2 or version 3 up to the double digits, you know. No shame. Even like BX Bricks, some of his stuff, he makes thousands of improvements every day, and you don't see the majority of them, but just seeing the improvement, I think, is cool. And if you wanted to see the workshopped dyno mode, there it is. Also quite large. But considering the Dinobots, I just did swoop first because he's the simplest by far. He just folds up, flips his wings out, and flies. I actually do plan on making a new version. Yeah, totally. Go for it. Today I've tried a new design for the chest of Optimus Prime, and I failed miserably. Oh no. I hope this might be the way, but I start out the transformation mode. Let me read it again. Robot mode wasn't good for me. I mean, that's the fun part, right? Just switching between alt modes. That's the best part, or the worst. I don't know. I mean, in my opinion, I think sometimes really fun, sometimes it's really annoying, but that depends on how annoyingly difficult your transformation is too. There's a piece that is a stud, but there's a bar facing at a 45-degree angle underneath. If you flip the head upside down, it could look good in red. I actually have that piece in my drawer of Bricklink order bags. Let me look for it. If I can find it. I don't know if it's in here. It might not be. Maybe it just isn't in here. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty positive I have them, but I don't have it in red. But you could definitely just attach the whatever pieces with the cylinder, you know, in the hole. Make that a thing. I don't know. Or a tile or something. Just make the pterodon head a little smoother. And I also wanted to, you know, make the, that's unfortunate, make the mouths open. This one's a little tight, but that'd be nice. You know, just has the dyno modes displayable in dyno mode. Because right now I don't care for displaying Transformers in alt mode, just because I think the robots look way cooler. But in terms of the dyno mode, the Dinobots, the dinosaur mode is way cooler in my opinion. I love how you made both heads kind of camouflage each other. Yeah, I mean, I also followed this guy. I think his name is Ratbat107. He hasn't posted in a few years, but he made a swoop and very similar design where the head just flows into the other. And the plan is to have some side tiles that on the head, you know, it looks like that, but in dyno mode, it covers the mouth plate and it just bulks out the head a little bit. It makes it less flat, makes it look a little better. But, and then just this piece on the other, you know, like that. It actually comes in dark red rather than normal red. I mean, I don't love it when pieces don't come in the desired color, but if you have a color close enough, I think it's fine. But personally, I would rather have a piece come in a monochrome color than a color that is closer to the color you're looking for, but it looks odd. Like, say, I don't have a good example of this. If I could find a... Here you go. So say like even Optimus, if he had his hands and he had a blue one, but it was a little bit of a different blue, I'd prefer that hand to be gray or black or white than a different blue, you know. I think it takes away from the look of it. I think it just looks better when it's monochrome rather than the other one. But I swear I do have gray, that gray piece that you're talking about. I don't know the name of it or the number, but yeah. I've had to make compromises with that issue before because of my piece limitations. Although I try best find my ways, other ways around it. Yeah, I mean, couldn't have said it better myself. what else are you gonna do when there's just a piece that you don't have, you know? I mean, I guess you could go on Bricklink. That's what I do. But, you know, that adds up quickly. And then you're like, hey, man, I don't have any money for Legos anymore. And that could happen, too. Just as easily. It's 1:05 a.m. in my country, so I'm gonna go sleep now. Oh, gosh, you're staying up late. Thank you for stopping by. Thanks. And good morning to you, I guess. Or good night. But thanks for stopping by. Oh, it's already 4. Oh gosh. Well, it's 4 for me. I was thinking about ending the stream in like at around 4:15, 4:30, sometime around that. But so far, test stream is going all right. I did start a little bit late because I had to charge, but you know. Yeah, it's 4 p.m. right now for me. Mando, welcome back. What time is it? For me, it's 4:09 p.m. right now, but yeah, we do have different time zones, but I mean, it's 6 p.m. I'm guessing, or 6 a.m. I'm not sure. I would guess 6 p.m. 7:09 p.m. Well, everyone's everywhere. That's cool. 7:09. 7:09 is almost dinner time. p.m. too. So, I guess at least we're all still awake, you know. Except for Urban, he had to go to sleep. But I guess we all do sometimes. Also, Mando, I had a question for you. I'm not sure if you caught the part earlier in the stream, but I'm trying to make Mirage right now, you know. This is what I have so far. And the legs will fold up. I don't want to transform them right now, but this is the side pod, and you can imagine this is the cockpit, this is the front part where the F1 car is, but I'm not sure where to put the wheels. So right now, I don't have a spot for them. I was thinking right here, but then it'll stick out in front of the chest in robot mode. So, I mean, thanks. I've been working on it for a while. It's, I'm remolding it off of Sideswipe. I don't know if you caught him earlier, but that's who I'm going after. Cause I don't know. I haven't noticed this earlier before, but I looked at the designs and I was thinking, I was like, man, the Sideswipe in Mirage's design is much closer than you would imagine because the front of the car ends up on the chest, and say even Sunstreaker, his design is closer to Wheeljack's transformation than Sideswipe's, which is a little different, but it's cool to see, you know, they're not just completely making retooled colors, which we know that too. Mine stick out in the chest too. Yeah. It's a Mirage thing. Oh well. And then I have these two ready for a video that I would like to post this week. I haven't finished filming yet, but it's Ironhide and Ratchet. There's a peek for y'all who are watching the live stream. That's your prize. I'm just kidding. You can see it. I would personally either move the back wheel out more or put the wheel where Sideswipe had his. Let's see. So, in this case, where Sideswipe has the wheels on the back of his arm, I'll just take this piece off to show you. But in transformation, the arms end up underneath the car. I don't want to spoil too much, but the arms end up underneath the car, and that's where that's why the wheels are on the back side of the form. But in Mirage's case, the arms end up on the top side of the car, right? So the wheels can't go on the forearms. I don't know whether you'd go with extra armature or just make it fold out of this side pod somewhere. I mean, something like that. Let me put Sideswipe back together. But I'm working on Warpath right now, but I can't figure out the arms. That's not good. You gotta figure out the arms for Warpath. Warpath is a fun mini-bot. I like his character development in Season 2. He's a little loud, you know, but such is a war veteran. I mean, I'd be open to helping you, Mando, if you have any struggles. I don't think you told me you didn't have Discord. I don't think you have Discord, but if you did, you could just DM me. I could help you with that. And maybe you could help me out with this too. Or any of you guys, if you have Discord. This is what I'm thinking right now. Sometimes I wish I had Discord. Well, Discord helps a lot. I mean, it's free. I don't know if it's like something that parents won't allow. Because I did have that, but I had to tell my parents, I was like, hey, can I get Discord? Took a little bit of convincing, but it ended up fine. Very loud. Agreed. Warpath is fun. I was also wondering if you guys had a favorite minifigure. Mine is Benny because I don't have very many minifigures, in fact. I only have the other spacemen, and then I have a couple Star Wars figures, minifigs, but this is like, I mean, Benny's still my favorite. How can you not like Benny? I was wondering if you guys had a favorite minifig. Or a sig fig. Custom Walter White minifig. That's awesome. Where do you even get those? Custom. Or do you just paint it yourself? I'm not sure. I gotta go. I gotta eat ice cream. But I'll be back in 15 minutes. Go eat that ice cream, Mando. I don't know if I'll be ending it before 15 minutes though. I made it from official Lego. Cool. I have friends over. Oh, you better go hang out with those friends. They won't be at your house forever. Or they will, I'm not sure. You know, sleepovers are fun. It's been over an hour. I know, dude, right? It started off a little slow. I wasn't sure what to do because I've, you know, never done a live stream before. But so far, it's pretty fun just hanging out with y'all. But doing boring stuff right now. That's unfortunate. How do you do a live stream? Never tried it. Alright, see you, Mando. So I just did it today too, but you just press live, and whether or not you schedule it or not, you can just start live. I think if you're on mobile, you have to have like a certain 24-hour limit until you can, but I think on desktop you don't need that, and you do need to verify your channel, and I think there are certain setbacks if you have less than 1,000 subscribers, I believe, but that's what I know from my limited research on live streaming. And I don't plan to do anything else on other platforms, you know, but I still haven't left. Wow. You do have over 1K. I mean, it probably wouldn't be a problem then. If you're 1K, I think you are automatically verified as a channel. Alright, see you, Mendo, again. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're already enlisted, but I mean, just schedule a live stream for a certain time and then make as much noise about it, you know, make a community post, and then maybe someone will show up. So I think you are. I mean, on my screen it shows 0 viewers, but thanks. I appreciate it. It helps when, you know, people stick around to the end of videos. It helps a lot. And also, apparently, live streams are archived into videos that you can watch. So, that's nice. And then, yeah. I also wasn't sure whether to keep this quarter tile here for the side pod on Mirage. I mean, I do have these tiles to fill it out. I mean, let's see if I can find it. Ideally, it would be a blue version of this piece, because, you know, it rounds off the pod, and that would look better, but I'm not sure whether or not that changes much, but I think I will be ending the stream in a few minutes. All right, I might just keep it that way. I probably will, because I don't have very many of these blue tiles, but... Hello, Hot Take Triva. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you, dude. But if you need to be more accurate, you can try to find a better piece. Yeah, I mean, I could just order it, but I think I don't know if it's really oh, some hair. I don't know if it's necessary, you know. It's such a small detail, but then again, it could make it look a lot better. I'm very inspired by you to make mine. Thanks, man. I mean, that was the goal, just to show stuff on a platform where you could share it with other people and help other people make what they want to do. So, thank you. It's not necessary for just one piece, in my opinion. It's more about having a good figure in the grand scheme of things. Totally. I mean, you just need something that fits the character, and something that is recognizable. I mean, say even what's his name? Synthetic Mason. I think that was his name, or is his name. He did those little brick built things where it's literally 2x2 bricks stacked on top of each other in certain colors, and with all of them together you can tell that they're that specific character. And for people who don't have a lot of bricks, that's something that fits the larger general population, you know, where people, I mean, not very many people have, or fewer people have more pieces than lots of people having very many. Synthetic Mason hasn't posted in a while. I'm still waiting for his Prime stuff. I mean, I hope he keeps doing it, but I mean, a lot of people have stopped, just, you know, getting tired. I would agree, his builds are pretty legendary. I mean, it's pretty wild just seeing other people's builds, and like, you hope for them to come back, but a lot of them don't, which is unfortunate, but what you gonna do, you know. Alright, I'm gonna end the stream in less than a minute at 85 minutes, which is wild that we even made it to that amount of time. I'm getting tired. I need some water, and I don't know when the next stream will be. Hopefully soon enough. I don't know if it'll be this long or show off as many things, but hopefully I'll see you guys in some of those streams as well. This was very fun. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah. Thanks to Topian for stopping by, and everyone else who was chatting, viewing, just liking, staying here, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.